I forgot about that. I gotta fix that before we leave. Dang it. Excuse me. Shut the door. Watch your fingers. Good job. Thank you. Are you ready? Want to go see Grandma?
My mommy.
All right, let's go.
Daddy.
Baby.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, baby.
Is he?
Yeah? Hey guys, Adam Afston here. Today's a little different. Not gonna be fishing out of a kayak, probably gonna do a little bit of bank fishing. But first, before I do that, I had some jackhole steal $600 out of my bank account from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So if you're watching this, you're a D-bag. But I have apparently low washer fluid. Today what we're gonna do is just a little tutorial as soon as we're done getting my debit card. A tutorial on how to throw crankbaits and slow moving topwater swim baits. So what I'm talking about is the Savage Gear. It's the juvenile trout, sorry, and basically just how to work it. Probably not gonna hit anything because it's a nice pretty day, but this is just a how to work it, and you know, hopefully I can get some stuff on how it looks in the water. So that'll help out a little bit. But first, like I said, Grandma's house. Yay, it's a good drive. Getting my debit card. Again, D-bag. And then fishing. So can't ever go wrong with fishing. I don't care what anybody says. Bad day of fishing is what is it? Bad day of fishing is better than a day at work or something like that. Anyways, see you guys in a minute. Hey guys, finally made it to my grandma's. I forgot how far of a drive that is, but so I gotta get my little girl out real quick. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Okay guys, so we finally made it back from my grandmother's house with the debit card. Now I'm just gonna do a little bit of crankbait. I don't expect to catch anything. The water is like super shallow, and two, I have this one. So this is gonna be a very short tutorial. So I hope you enjoy. Baby. Fish? Fish? Here we go. What we're doing is we're gonna toss a crankbait. Easiest way to do this, guys, and it's getting close to that season. Most of the bucks have moved up because the weather's been relatively warm. So if it gets snagged up, it gets snagged up and I lose it. I don't have my kayak or anything like that. But where I'm at is full of rocks, and you want this thing to beat around rocks, trees, anything. Yeah, anything that you can beat it off of basically is what you want to toss it toward. Right in front of me, I got a whole bunch of rocks right here. I probably have a little tree over here. So hopefully I don't get it snagged up on the first cast. If I do, well, it's going to get cut really short, and then I'm just going to explain it. Now, when you reel this back in, you're not a speed demon. I mean, if that's what they want, then that's what they want. But your best bet is to take it. And right now I'm using a 6.5 to 1. Normally I'd go a little slower. Like right now, I'm beating it off rocks and everything else. I can actually feel it down at the bottom. So like I said, I hope I don't get snagged up like I just did. There we go. Once you start getting in where it's shallow water, hold your rod up just a little bit. That way it'll kind of keep it a little bit off the bottom. Hi. Hi. Second way is once you come in, kind of reel it in, pop it a little bit. I actually prefer a slower gear ratio, but since this is what I got, this is what I'm using. Sorry guys, I'm gonna watch my little one. When you're fishing on the bank, don't be afraid, like right there where I kind of got snagged up. Yep. So you just pop it, most of the time it'll come loose. And just like you would if you were in a boat, don't just cast in one general direction over and over and over. Don't be afraid. To fan cast. Normally I don't cast out super far on my first few, but since this is actually just a tutorial, I'm not real worried about it. But about every 5 or 6 casts, change it up. You know, so like right now, as I'm reeling across the bottom, I can feel rocks, I can feel grass, I can feel whatever. And I'm gonna wait until I hit something. The moment I hit something, I'm gonna stop. So like right there, I just hit something, I'm gonna stop. Let it sit there for a second. And this water's pretty murky. It's just a murky color, so it's still, you can still see through it pretty well. Ah, told you I'd get hung up. There we go. Pop it, most of the time it'll just come loose. Because I'm really taking a chance right now with this, just due to the fact that I'm not in a kayak or a boat, so I can lose this really easy. But the way this thing runs is going to hit stuff and it's just going to ricochet off of it. And that's going to cause a reaction strike. And whenever you hit something and you stop, as it's floating to the top, when you start moving it, those fish have to make a split-second decision. Either get it or don't. So, like I said, don't be afraid to pause it. I don't care if it's in the dead of summer, springtime, whatever. You hit something, pause, make it act like a disoriented fish as soon as I can talk. But as it's coming in, if something's not working, like whatever you're doing, if doing a little slow reel like this doesn't work, give it a few pops. Make some noise with it. Eventually you'll get something's attention. You might have to change colors, you might have to change a whole bunch of stuff. But, sorry I got hit. If you have to, if you want to try to speed it up just a little bit, like I said, it might be what the fish are into. You just got to find out your pattern. Say I hit something, so I'm going to stop. Let it float to the top. Hit something again. 99% of the time, they're going to try to hit on that pause. Because it starts to float up and it floats literally right in front of the fish's face. But I keep finding that rock right there. But if you're getting stuff like this, means you're doing your job and you're working it the right way. Alright guys, now I'm going to switch over to the next bait. Now on to the second one. This is probably one of my favorite little new lures. It's actually comes from Savage Gear. Be careful. And it's a 6-inch juvenile trout. Everything from Savage Gear is 3D printed to look like the real deal, so it kind of matches the hatch of wherever you're at. But since this is more of the top water style, that's all it is. You just hook it up like that. And it's the same principle, guys. And since this one's top water, I don't have to worry about getting hung up as much. But the problem is that most people do with big swim baits is they try to just haul it in. Don't be in a hurry. Like I said, especially with something like this, this is more of a wake bait style. So you can come in here and go really slow. Right now I'm using a 7-1-1, and I'm using right now 17-pound monofilament as my leader. But like I said, you know, pause it, let it stop, let it sit there for a second. It looks like a real fish just sitting there on top of the water. Give another cast out there. Since they're not hitting slower, that would be when I try to hold my rod a little bit higher, speed it up, cause a little bit more of a wake on the top. Maybe something will come up and smack it. If you see something following it, pause it, stop it. Let that fish get a good look at it. And again, it works the same way as that crankbait. It's gonna cause a reaction strike because that fish is getting away, so they have to make a split second decision. And since fish don't have hands, how else do they how else do they feel it? They feel it with their mouth, and by that time it's too late. When you cast it out, especially if it's top water, sit there and let it stop for a second. Kind of wait until those ripples really spread out, because more than likely you might have spooked whatever was in that area if you cast right on top of their head. Sometimes they'll just hit it because you made them mad. But these things are awesome. I absolutely love them. Like I said, everything is 3D printed, looks like the real deal. It matches the hatch completely of whatever area you're in. They have everything from shad to trout. And trout are in most of our lakes, and if not, shad are in almost every lake. They also do bluegills. I have one of their 6-inch bluegills. I absolutely love their soft plastics. If you guys haven't gave them a try, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, it's just something to add to your arsenal. It's literally, this is the 6-inch juvenile. The only reason I went with the 6-inch juvenile is because I don't have a dedicated swim bait rod like I've said in some of my other videos. It's primarily just because I don't want to break my rod. And some of those guys get up 2, 3, 4 ounces, and if you don't have the right rod, you can snap your rod. You can't get any distance with them, so they're kind of useless. You got to be right up on the fish, make a big splash, then they see you. It's a more of a headache than it is anything. So if you guys don't have a dedicated swim bait rod, get one. I'm getting one. But that's it, guys. But you guys have a great day. I'm getting ready to go to work and take the little one to her mom. So good luck fishing. Tight lines, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.